What's going on, everyone? It's time for a Christmas horror thriller anthology film review. Today we're going to talk about a film called The Christmas Tapes. It was released sometime in 2002 and it was directed by Randy Nandlall, who did films like Tension, The Other Girl, Departure, and Infrared. And it was also directed by Robert Livings, who did films like A Few Less Men, Stone Blows, and Greenfield. And also, he also worked on Infrared with the other director. So this is a anthology Christmas horror thriller with four stories and a wraparound, and the guys took turns doing it. Um, so the wraparound is basically families celebrating Christmas on Christmas Eve. The kids get to open one present and they're opening it, and a nice jolly guy comes to the door and because his car broke down and stuff and needs a place to chill for the next hour and a half. And as they start getting settled in and stuff, he holds them hostage, ties them up, and makes them watch four brutal Christmas tapes because the daughter just so happens to be an aspiring filmmaker. So they go into the first tape, which is um ladybugs or something like that. It's about a couple that are travelers and they like paranormal, weird, creepy areas like the Donner Pass and stuff. So they go to this bridge where the Donner Pass was, but they stop at this site where this evil scarecrow is, where the myth is if you say a certain way, he'll come alive and hunt you down or something. So they go and say it and they don't think anything of it. And then they go camping out in the cold where he actually comes alive and hunts them down and kills them. Pretty basic, pretty standard. This is a pretty basic story. The acting in the short was actually pretty good, and it did have some creepy moments. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5 for that one. The second one is called The Christmas Gift. It is basically a deadbeat dad, basically, who always works all the time, wants to surprise his kids for Christmas in California. So he gets a box. So you jump in, he's going to jump out and say surprise. And he hires a guy who is going to play Santa Claus and his wife who plays Mrs. Claus. And they're going to drive to his house. So he gets in the box, and sure enough, they don't go there. They go somewhere else and tie him up and torture him while playing weird Christmas games. And the outcome doesn't look good for him. Overall, this one, the acting was really good, and that the setup was pretty good too. The torture and effects and stuff in this one, like, actually look pretty decent. Yeah, especially the final box he has to open. That scene was pretty cool. There's one scene where they cut an ear where you can clearly see his ear with just like a lot of fake blood on it, and they're holding a piece. So obviously they didn't do it, but yeah, there's some cheesy moments like that in it. But still, it's pretty run of the mill, like Hostel sort of style. So I'm gonna give that one a 2 out of 5. The third one is probably the weakest one. It's a really short one. It's called Untitled, where a guy who thinks he's going on a dating show actually has a bomb strapped to him, and he has to run and try to find something. And then these two evil killers are stalking him and then get up and kill him. Pretty standard, pretty shit. And overall, it was just a filler scene. So I'll give that one probably a 1 out of 5. And then the fourth one was more like a horror comedy bit. A young couple moves into a new home that they've got on auction, and basically, the wife finds a box of Christmas decorations, and weird paranormal things start happening and creep her out. So they call in a paranormal expert at the last minute who comes in and asks a whole pile of ridiculous questions and doesn't seem mentally there. And then, sure enough, he unlocks the evil stuff that goes on, and an evil presence starts tormenting them. And then I'm going to spoil the ending of this, so just so you know right now. But I'm going to give that one probably a 3 out of 5. It's probably the most creative. And then the wraparound comes back, and the rest, where it turns out what the guy has in his box is not just a gun and videotapes. He actually has evil Santa from the last one, and sure enough, evil happens. Some evil presence comes and takes the family out on Christmas Eve. in that one. The wraparound, I'll give a 3 as well. Overall, I actually thought this one was actually pretty amusing and pretty well done for an independent found footage anthology film. It is a little long and a little padded, but overall, I thought it was still pretty fun and pretty good. Way better than what I was expecting it to be. So I'm gonna give the Christmas tapes a 3 out of 5. It was good. There obviously could have been better moments and stuff like that, but for what you get, it's not all dull. It's still some good, fun, creepy stuff in it. So if you like VHS and stuff like that, this is sort of like that style. So definitely check it out. It is streaming on Tubi, so you watch it for free down below. But also make sure you check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. It's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. On my stories, you put the film title in there and some fun actor history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below at DP Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating or after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms to loop this channel. Like this video, share some more people away. But comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service, I will hear my opinions on the future. Comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. We'll find some weird, obscure, not they probably never thought of checking out again. I'll also hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to do sort of like an oddball film. I don't think most people talk about on Christmas, but it takes place around Christmas time. Batman Returns. So we're going to review that in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those fake goody people in Christmas keeping us all captive. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.